All right, let's jump right in. Today, we're diving into a full on cosmic detective story. We're tracking a brand new, mysterious visitor that has just wandered into our cosmic neighborhood from the ridiculously vast emptiness between the stars.
But first, let me ask you something. When you think of a message from another star system, what pops into your head? Is it a radio signal, some kind of super complex math equation beamed across space?
Well, what if I told you the first real messages we get from out there might not be signals at all? What if they're just rocks? Because that's exactly what we're talking about today.
Okay, so let's meet our traveler. The very first clue in this whole mystery is the arrival of a visitor from a place very, very far away.
Not long ago, astronomers spotted a new object just kind of cruising through our solar system. Its official name is 31/Atlas. And that Atlas part, it comes from the survey project that found it, the Asteroid Terrestrial Impact Last Alert System, which you have to admit is a pretty dramatic name for the system that just happened to spot our new guest. So, what's the big deal about this rock? Well, it's an interstellar object, and that means it's not from around here. It isn't trapped by our sun's gravity, it's just passing through. Scientists know this because of its path. It's following what's called a hyperbolic trajectory. You can think of that as the cosmic equivalent of a one-way ticket. It proves, without a doubt, this thing came from another star system entirely.
But here's the thing. 31/Atlas isn't the first visitor we've ever had. And to really get what makes it special, we need to meet its family, a very small, very exclusive group of travelers.
Believe it or not, this is only the third interstellar object we've ever been able to confirm. Before this one, we had a really strange cigar-shaped object named Oumuamua, and then a much more familiar-looking comet called 2I/Borsov.
And what's so cool is just how different they all are. Oumuamua, he was the mysterious one, looked like an asteroid, was super elongated, and just baffled scientists. Then you had Borisov, which was basically a classic comet, putting on a big show with a bright tail of gas and dust. And now we have 31/Atlas, and it seems to be somewhere in the middle. Not quite a plain old rock, but it only has these faint little hints of outgassing. Which, of course, brings up the million-dollar question. What makes this new visitor tick? And more importantly, what secrets about its own home star system is it carrying with it on this long journey? To figure that out, we got to put on our detective hats and follow the clues. Right now, scientists all over the world are trying to crack the cosmic code that's locked inside 31/Atlas. The process itself is pretty methodical. First, you have to detect it, which is what the Atlas survey did. Check. Second, you track its path. Follow that trajectory to be absolutely sure it's interstellar. Check. And then third, this is where the fun starts, you analyze it. They do this with a technique called spectroscopy, which is kind of like getting a chemical fingerprint just by looking at the light reflecting off of it. It tells us what it's made of.
So what exactly are they hunting for? Well, everything. They're looking at its basic chemical makeup, how much ice it might be carrying, even how shiny or dull its surface is. But the real jackpot, that would be finding any unusual compounds. Stuff that we don't typically see in our own cosmic backyard. Because, let's be clear, this isn't just about studying some random space rock. The real goal here is to find physical, tangible evidence of how planets and comets and asteroids form in completely different star systems.
And when you piece all of this investigation together, it leads to something pretty profound. You start to realize that these visitors, they're basically a message being sent between the stars.
As one researcher put it, these opportunities are both unique and fleeting. I mean, these objects don't stick around for long. We get one shot, one brief window, to study matter that was born around a totally different star, maybe millions, maybe even billions of years ago.
I mean, really think about that. We can't travel to other stars yet, but the universe is sending us samples. These interstellar objects are actual physical pieces of other solar systems, delivered right to our doorstep, completely free of charge. It's incredible.
And what they can teach us is just huge. They give us real clues about how diverse planetary systems can be, how they grow and change over time, what the fundamental building blocks of other worlds are actually made of. And ultimately, they help us understand our own place in a galaxy that is apparently just teeming with these wandering travelers. And look, with our telescopes and survey tech getting better literally every year, we know 31 ATLS is not going to be the last visitor. Which leaves us with one final amazing thought. As we get better and better at spotting these cosmic messengers, what in the world will the next one tell us?